I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. Like an extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. Oh. Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. Oh. Yeah. Basically, I'm an alien to y'all. I guess I'm speaking in different languages than y'all. I guess all you know is my alias is all. I stepped into the Hall of Fame and put my frame on the wall. I'm like a Michelangelo painting that hangs in a vault. They gated me off by Hendrix while he plays the guitar. Never had friends, but me and Franklin was dogs. Somewhere between insane and famous, guess my brain's a little off. I'm in the basement having dangerous type of thoughts. I pace for hours, hit the fucking vaporizer and cough. Kill everything I see and leave behind a mountain of chalk. I took the hand that I was dealt and made a house out of cards. You can't compare me to anyone. Swag on Area 51, blowing purple crop circles, pack as loud as an intercom. Anti-gravity moon suit. Went from being who are you to chilling with the who's who. Paranoid or more than story tales and science fiction. Sleeping with a fat burner like I'm trying to watch my figure. Wanna cut me out the picture, get some bigger scissors. I stopped shitting on this, but I never been a quitter. Yeah, so join the B.O.B. hate fest. I would say you, but I'm practicing safe sex. Signing off, young Jedi on the red. I rap God, I should have my own prayer line. Amen. Ray-Ban. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Define like I don't belong. Like an extraterrestrial.
Oh my God, it's the Martian, stunting in them son of Mars Jordans. It must be the shoes, the stars in the skies won't start them. Far from the norm, I'm Norman Bates awkward, but nothing's far-fetched when the underdogs barking. But they could get checked if I don't sign my goons forge it. I don't phone home, I phone homies and catch you at your home with your homies. Fall a moment, extra terrestrial, extra clips, extra homie. I don't fear shit like exorcist, your neck a twist. Getting high on extra shit with extra kick to kick my ass. And after I put all bullshit to the side, I lick my hands from a different world, Wayne. Unexplained things going in my strange brain. Unidentified flying object Wayne's plane. Cause I be on that Mary, I don't f with plain Jane. Drugs in the backpack, no room for E.T. Eyes on my kneecaps, don't look, I'm knee deep. All I do is fall back, smoke cushion, keep seeds. Swallow them with some water, cut myself and bleed. We have trouble being human, let alone a human being. Have trouble shooting a breeze, not an M16. Bop. I feel what I don't understand, and that would be my own fear. And they don't understand me, I know I don't belong here. Don't you?
Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. Like an extraterrestrial.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to a special edition of the BTSI show. I'm your host, Christopher J. Thank you guys for tuning in. As you guys can see, I'm a man of my words. I'm finally in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, left-hand side. And for shout out to the Canadians. Hey, Natasha, how you doing? So your country is right over there. So, question is, what am I doing in Detroit? Of course, you guys heard me say this before. 2 years ago, there was a meetup, a Patreon meetup for back chasers in Detroit Unfortunately, real life happens. I wasn't able to go. I had to cancel at the and I mean the very last minute. So I always said to myself, I need to redo that trip. I said I was going to come to Detroit. I'm a man of my words. It took long enough, but we are finally here. So I'm happy to be in the city. I've been busy all damn day today. Now, some people are like, how do you like the weather? Nah, it, it has its moments. I'll just leave it at that. But as far as my health wise, I was getting better. Being in the cold didn't make it that much better, but I'm in the heater right now. I'm feeling a lot better, and there's food downstairs, so I'm gonna get to the stream because I'm gonna get something to eat because I haven't really ate nothing all day today, just little stuff here and there. Because like I said, got as soon as I touched down, we were just busy. So I'm happy to be in Detroit, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for tuning in. And speaking of Detroit, thank you, sweetheart. You know how much I care about you. Thank you so much. So you all right, what up, brother? And another Detroit natives in the building. What's going on, fam? But let's get started. Actually, before we do, you guys know what time it is. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on all socials. Links are located in the description. Dial us on the BTSI shows the Cash App. Participate, waive all rights and privacy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 in the Cash App giveaway. First and second runner up will get some Cash App giveaways as well. So I haven't really done this in a while, this format, but we're gonna make this work. Let's jump into quick hits. Now, today's topic is, excuse me, I actually gonna have to give Florida some credit here. Although we're talking about Detroit, we'll get into Detroit later on, but let me give Florida some credit. Lord knows I don't think too highly of Florida, anything Florida. But I'll give Ron DeSantis some credit. He has signed a new bill that will not allow any teenager under the age of 14 on social media. So I think that is a great idea, ladies and gentlemen, because with what's going on, because people want to talk about cyberbullying. Now, me personally, it's real simple for me. If you're getting bullied online, it's real simple, unplug. But some people are not built like that. However, there are some individuals who are absolute terrorists. Mama's not watching them, daddy's not watching them. They are roam this internet street. And it's real simple, it's on their phone. So they can do and look up whatever, even things that they should not be looking up. Because you talk about social media sites, ladies and gentlemen, I have an X account. Links are located in the description. And because of one particular gentleman who sent me a video to promote um, Passport Bros, and it's not it's not Cowboy. You my guy. It's not you, brother. He sent me that video. That screwed up my algorithm so bad that my X page is XXX. So keep that in mind. I'm an adult, so it is what it is. But when you have children on there, basically, because you're talking about under the age of 14, so I personally don't think that's a good idea. And for Ron DeSantis to say, you got 14 and younger, that's a no deal. No social media. I'll give Florida credit. Granted, the people are still some psychopaths. They something's in that water, but hey, I gotta give Florida credit where credit is due. Next up, Keena Thompson. Let me take a moment, real quick. Let me take a moment to shout out one of my favorite Sagittarius, Miss Tawana G, because she spoke about this on her stream on Sunday. She was talking about the Nickelodeon docuseries Quiet on the Set, she brought up how come there are some actors, improvers, who has not spoke out about this docuseries yet. Now, I'm on the mind state of if I have a legal team and they say be quiet, that's exactly what you're gonna do is be quiet. Because you don't know nothing, you didn't see nothing, or you did see anything, you might accidentally implement yourself and you might screw something else up. So your lawyers are probably gonna say, don't say a word at all. But Keenan went on, what is that woman's name? Well, Keenan went on a talk show and he spoke about the docuseries. He said he can't speak too much to it because he can't speak on something he didn't see. He was there for all that. He was there for Keenan and Cal. And the question is, what? How could you not see it? Because when you have Dan Schneider and Amanda Bynes' alleged relationship, question is, how did you not see it? It's real simple. Two different categories, two different groups of people, two different styles, two different outlooks. We all the only commonality is we all come here, we come to work, and we have fun, supposedly. Now, I do agree with Keenan. Like, hey, don't ask me nothing. Really, don't ask me nothing that I didn't see, and you can't hold me accountable for what happened back then. Like, what do you want me to do? But I do understand his sentiments. Like, I have so much good thoughts and places about that area, and it's sad to see this come out. So I will say this: if Keenan has that sentiment. I believe Kel Mitchell has that sentiment. I believe Lori Beth Denver has that sentiment. Josh from I forgot his last name from all that might have that same sentiment as well. They did not see all of this. More, excuse me, majority of this happened after they left, and I got to go look back to see what year was that. Because after all that, I watched Keenan and Kel, and after Keenan and Kel, I didn't really care for the Nick Cannon show, so I pretty much just let it go. So it's sad to see, like I said, it's sad to see those victims go through that. But hey, I totally understand. Well, our thoughts and prayers are with those affected by that. Hold on, Jada, what did you say? A few minutes behind. I'm down for oh, okay. I'm down for the children not having accounts under 14 too. Yeah, yeah. I don't. I'm all for getting rid of social media to minors in general, but definitely 14 and under. Uh, thing is, they were already under 14 though. Now they are going to monitor, and their accounts must be deleted. Work hard. Yeah, they're just gonna have to crack down, honestly. And as parents, honestly, you should be monitoring. There's ways to monitor your children's phone without their phone being in your hands. So you'll know what apps they're going to, who they talk to, all that stuff. There's too many programs to prevent children from doing that. But since parents are not doing it, Ron DeSantis said, I'll take care of it for you. And I'm not mad at it. I appreciate that. Now, last topic before we get to Detroit. The NFL is initiating new kickoff rules. And speaking of which, I didn't know that Detroit was doing the Sweet 16, and also they're doing the draft in Detroit. Things I should have looked up. But the NFL is initiating a new kickoff rule to for it to be safer for the players. So let me read it real quick. New kickoff rule. Under the new rule, 10 players from the kicking team and at least 9 from the receiving team will line up just 5 yards apart. Nobody except the kicker and the returners can move until the receiving team catches the ball. The kicking team will now kick from the 35-yard line, which will help prevent the slew of injuries that have occurred in the past. When players ran at full speed during kickoffs, I'm not mad at it. When I first heard this, I'm not mad at it. Matter of fact, the first thing that came to my mind was the XFL, which is now the UFL, because this is something similar that they did. But let's continue. If a kick lands in the end zone for a touchback, the opposing team will receive the ball at the 30-yard line. If the ball is kicked out of bounds or short of the 20, the opposing team will be awarded the ball at the 40-yard line. Similar to the small sample size from the XFL, the injuries went down and the returns on the kicks off increased, and this got approved 27-3, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I'm not mad at it. I'm not, because it's safer for the players, and this what they're going to do is they're going to try this out for 1 year, and if they don't, after the end of the year, they have to renew it. So they're going to see what can take place. Now, me personally, I like what do you call it? Blowing up somebody off the line or blindsiding them as somebody who's a on the kicking team. But you want to talk about if you're talking about CTE and that type of stuff, I totally understand. So you got to make the rules better. And I think the NFL, well, let me not say that because I gotta gather more proof to show to prove what I'm actually saying with what I was going to say with that thought process in the NFL with their new rules. But with the NFL and these new kickoff rules, I don't have a problem with it. I think this will be safe. I think it's fun. XFL, now UFL has found some success in doing it, and NFL decided to adopt them. So we got to give credit to Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Danny Garcia, who are co-owners of the UFL. And I'll say, you got to give credit to Vince McMahon as well. NFL draft is April 25th weekend. Yes, it is. And it is my pleasure. And ladies and gentlemen, that is quick hits. So now let's get into whoops. Yep, The Rock. Give him credit. Yes, I'll make sure I would never. You know me. I'm not forgetting Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I will not. That ain't happening over here. But let's get into it, people. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Detroit, Michigan. How did this day went for me? Um, well, real quick before I get into what I'm really here for. Um, today was cool. Today was cool. I woke up at 5 and got situated, and I thought I had everything packed because, ladies and gentlemen, I packed like probably 3 times over, and I packed like maybe 2 weeks out. And guess what? I still forgot something, my pea coat, and I knew it was going to be cold today, but I was in a rush to get out the house because I had to travel all the way to Bush County Airport, pay for parking, and head to the airport. Now, as you guys will see when I put together my vlog video, I had to take Spirit here, and I cannot do connecting flights anymore because if I'm taking a luggage, I'm risking it getting lost. So it has to be a one-way trip. So only option that was available and that financially made sense was Spirit. So here's my take on Spirit, ladies and gentlemen. As far as the flight goes, the flight was fine. The descending, if I get the pilot 5 star, that descending, I'm going to give them maybe 1.5 or 2 star because now you, I know I understand what turbulence is, and I do understand what a shaking landing is as well. That was a bit shaky, but that wasn't really the big issue. My problem is probably the customer service, and I think they try to um, talk about the plane to cover up the lack of services that they provide to the customer. Um, lady got on me for being in the wrong line. Like, why are you in this line? How could, oh shoot. They say, why are you in this line? How come you're not in that line over there like everybody else? I was like, ma'am, there is no line that says LaGuardia to Vegas. Because how did they hear me? I was like, ma'am, they probably guessed like I did. They just guessed the right line. But however you want to fix this, I'm willing to abide by whatever. Not a big deal. So she kept me on the side for like 20 minutes. And keep in mind that my plane is at any time can take off. But it is what it is. So dealt with that situation, got through the checks, and I was able to board my plane. Now, the one highlight I will give Spirit is I didn't select the options to choose my seatings, whereas other airlines they'll give you that option off rip. They was able to give me a window seat, so I'll give them credit for that. They was able to do something with this, so I can look past homegirl I was dealing with this morning, and got on there, got in the air. Um, Unfortunately, no Wi-Fi on the plane compared to the other airlines. So yeah, and like I said, a real bad landing, but we was able to land. If I had to give Spirit a grade, I will give it a C plus, just to be fair. C plus or a B minus. And will Spirit ever be my go-to airline? No, that's always going to be JetBlue. Sorry, JetBlue. Is if JetBlue is available, I'm taking JetBlue. But I will fly Spirit again. It's like, hey Chris, I need you to pull up like right now, right now. All right, I'm on the next Spirit flight. I'll be there in a few hours. So Spirit does have its benefits. Like you need to quickly go somewhere and go. I'll hop on Spirit. But if I'm trying to come to a place like Detroit, relax, chill, work, and leisure, nah, I would like a airline a little bit more customer friendly, a little bit more professional. But Spirit is not all the way useless, so I'll give Spirit's credit. But and as far as today go, we was filming around downtown Detroit. I can't wait to put these together because, like I said, this is a different type of content creating that I'm trying to tap into now, based off of the results, and I put that in air quotes for the simple fact that it never really excited me before, but based off of my results as a content creator, I'm already ahead of the pack. Now that I want to add some imaginations, some storytelling, some detailed thoughts into it, I want to make sure the gap is going to be widened either way. But right now, I just want to focus on storytelling and being creative. So we was able to film in a couple of spots right over here. I'm not going to exactly tell you guys where I'm at, but there was a couple of spots over here. We went all the way to by soldiers and sailors, and we was around that area today, just creating content. Like I said, I can't wait. Shut up, Siri. I can't wait to present it to you guys. I would say we will probably look into. I will probably premiere it. We're looking at May. I'm gonna do the vlog video sometime in April, but the premiere of these short films we're looking at May, maybe the first or second week of May. So I'll keep you guys posted on that one. Because, like I said, I'm just trying to. You're going to know that there's a difference between being a content commenter, a content contributor, and a content creator. These first two are cool, but that title of content creator, when you see me, I want you to see creator. So, but I gotta present something to you guys for you guys to see it, and I can't wait to do that. Now, let's get into Detroit, the real Detroit. How did all this start? Anton Daniels for AntonDaniels.com. For the record, there will be no Anton slander in my chat. Mods, if you see it, get rid of it. So, Anton, that's my guy. I love Anton. I rock with him. I'm a bag chaser. Anytime he has a meetup and I'm available, I pull up. He tends to talk down on Houston a lot. It it was like a gnat at the barbecue for me. So it's like, cool. Then he tried to say, then on one particular thumbnail, this was sometime last year or the year before, he said Dallas was better than Houston. Ladies and gentlemen, hear me and hear me. Let me take this off. Hear me clearly. In no motherfucking way, shape, or form is Dallas better than Houston. Now, I have grown to love Dallas. The operative word is love. I know, shocker. Will I ever love the Cowboys? Get back to me on that. Dallas is the little sister to Houston. Let me say that one more time. Dallas is the little sister to Houston. It can never live or compare to Houston, Texas. It's on the rise. It's a great city, by the way. So great that I would even consider moving there. But don't get it twisted. It's not Houston. And just to get on my nerves, well, at least I think he tries to get on my nerves. He said that. So it's like, okay, Anton, you're pushing it. You're pushing it. Then I don't remember what happened on one particular. I don't know how we got to this back and forth. And what I mean back and forth, like Millionaire Morning Show and Against the Chat. I think he said something, and I said something back, along with other people. So he said, "You know what? We're gonna do a show on Houston." I was like, "Please don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it." He did it anyway. He did a show. He tried to highlight all the negatives of Houston, and I was like, "Okay, that's cute." Then I sent him a super chat highlighting all the negatives in Detroit. Like, you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? And ever since that, he still takes a little slugs at Houston and that type of stuff. He's like, you know what? You really left me no choice. I said to myself, I am going to fly to Detroit. I am going to wander around the city called Detroit, and I am going to talk about Houston versus Detroit. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do Houston versus Detroit. Jada, I love you. Celia, you're my guy, but I'm sorry. You can blame Anton for this one. But hold on, let me answer these chats, then I'm going to get to it. Spirits is always good to me unless it's when I'm dealing with Atlanta. What's going on with Atlanta and Spirit? You know what? There's a joke in that. I'm not going there. Otherwise, I fly other companies mostly because of free baggage and seat selection with my car. Yeah, United does that. Like I said, JetBlue is more my thing. American Airlines. I haven't flown Delta yet. I'm gonna make that my next one if I can. Shout out to Flight Cars. Don't you come for D. Don't you come for Detroit because he comes for Houston. Why do I feel Detroit slander? Hold on, hold on. I know it's coming. Wait a second. Don't you come for Detroit because okay, you hold on. Okay, so let's get into this. Um, do not tell me I lost that. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna do some simple comparisons. Well, yeah, we're gonna do some comparisons. I will. I did not have time to put the links in the chat, but sometime after this stream, maybe tomorrow, I'll go post the links in the description so people will know where I'm getting this from. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put the link is going to be a hub of where you can find these stats. Then you have to go click the link, and once you click the link to find those stats, you gotta click the other link to go to the actual source. So that's just a fair warning. But let's get into it. Which city is better, Houston or Detroit? Let's see. Houston, 2.28 million people. Detroit, under 700,000. Y'all definitely, yep, that sounds like little brother status. Now, this next part is kind of mind-boggling to me. With Houston having 2.28 million, excuse me, 2.28 million people, when it comes to density, kilometers, that's like 1,000. It's like 1,500, 1,500 people per kilometers. So you would think Detroit will be a lot less, right? Nope. Detroit is overpopulated when it comes to size, since they almost got 2,000 people per kilometer. That was a little bit shocking to me. I'll open admit I wasn't ready for that stat. Not only that, I wasn't really ready for this stat neither. How the growth rate in Houston compared to Detroit is 2.1, where in Detroit is annually is declining by 4.2%. But allegedly, Detroit is supposed to be better than Houston. How can it be better than Houston if you guys are overpopulated? And with the overpopulation, people are still trying to leave Detroit, but you guys are still over. You guys still have not enough room to go around. I didn't make sense. That still doesn't make sense to me. That's a Detroit problem. Like as far as average age, I will give Detroit that it's a younger city. It is a younger city, 32 years of age compared to Houston, 37. So I'll give you that. And as far as population, obviously there's more. As far as females, although you guys got a little bit more females in Houston, y'all got less brothers in the city. That's just the demographics in of itself. However, you combine all that, Detroit is still the little brother to Houston. Aaron, thank you for pulling up. Please watch your mouth, or else I'm going to fly out to California and you and I are going to have a nice long conversation about, what did you say I'm not allowed to bring up to you? Oh, yeah, Forex. So, yeah, keep that in mind, brother. So, talking about math. Now, when it comes to quality of living, now when you hear Anton, I think, of course, when I think Anton, I think money. And when he talks about Detroit, he also talks about the opportunity that Detroit has to offer and how much money is being invested into the city, how much money is being invested into the people, and how they're making the most money and making the most out of it. This is what I hear usually from Anton, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. So I say let's compare the numbers. Unemployment rate, there's more. Houston's only at 4%, where Detroit's at 15.4%. Yeah, lucky I don't have my Undertaker belt because that's a big ass no no. Average salary, who has a bigger bag, Houston or Detroit? Well, let's see. Houston, $5,574 dollars. I believe that's monthly. So the a Houstonian makes $5,500 compared to Detroit, where they make only $3,500. And like I said, Anton is a money guy. I I can't believe he forgot to highlight how when it comes to getting a bag, Houston does that a lot better than Detroit. That was shocking. Now, one thing Anton likes to bring up is the crime in Houston. I don't now, ladies and gentlemen, here's what threw me off about the crimes in Houston. Oh, my friend is in the building. April Carter, how you doing, sweetheart? Would you say Detroit people hang out at gas? Harry, you are stupid. Hold on. No, the dealers hang out the gas stations. Y'all are, what is wrong with y'all? Jesus Christ. Now, speaking of dealers, when it comes to crime, ladies and gentlemen, I knew this because as the top murder cities in my lifetime, there's only really three locations I heard. Um, New Orleans, St. Louis, and Detroit. That's all I heard growing up. I never heard any other city. Yeah, you got your LAs, you got your New Yorks, or whatever the case may be, but there's only three. When you came to the three murder capitals that I heard in the last 36 years, those are only three cities I hear of. Detroit is one of them. Why am I bringing up the murder rate in Houston? 13.1%. Murder rate in Detroit, 48.2%. Well, they did say the Detroit population was shrinking by 4.2%. I wonder why. I wonder why. And if you go ask people what city, if you was to go look at these websites and ask people what city would you rather live in, Houston or Detroit, who do you think people are going to choose? Like, don't get it twisted. Especially where I'm saying now, Detroit's a nice city. It's a beautiful city. Don't get me wrong. Some of the monuments that we visit today, it's worth looking at. It's just not Houston. People, the monuments is really for the city's ego or whatever the case may be. However, when it comes to living conditions, where I want to rest my head at, where do I want to go to work at, where do I want to go shopping at, it's all this stuff within elbow reach. You are y'all gonna sit here with a straight face and tell me you rather stay in Detroit over Houston? Come on, knock it off. And also when it comes and this right here threw me off for a loop. Now I knew Houston had some billionaires, but I didn't know it had 15 billionaires. So the question is, I guess there's a billionaire in Detroit. That's how many billionaires are in Detroit. So we can talk about living conditions. We can talk about the money. I'm sorry, Detroit, you are 0 for 2 right about now. Let me get back to let me get to the chat before we get to the last part of this. We'll get to that because I know shout out to those who work in downtown. I know that next part is important. Let me see. Sorry. Detroit doesn't always have the they blame Detroit crimes for I'm sorry, they blame Detroit for crimes that happen in cities that are not Detroit, and some bodies get dropped in Detroit and get tracked back to the White Cross of 8 Mile. Sweetheart, that's still Detroit in a way. Detroit Lions are decent. I'll give them that. Oh yeah, Pistons are trash. Oh yeah, and another thing, Anton, didn't I tell you that the Houston Rockets were going to go further than the Pistons? Didn't I tell you that? Yeah, I told you that. It's all good. It's all good. Let's see, like the two girls found in the trunk of a car. Oh damn. They were black girls, but turns out they were taken out by an old white dude who then drove the car into Detroit and left them there. Oh, that's condolences and thoughts and prayers with the family. That's sad. Lions are decent enough. Go Lions. Pistons are bad this year for sure. They've been bad for a long time, sweetheart. Sorry to inform you. No disrespect to Detroit, but that would be the last place I would live, especially me from New York City. That is a telltale sign, ladies and gentlemen. We have two billionaires for sure. I think you're not correct. Let's, Jada, you know I love you. Let's say there is two billionaires compared to 15. Because I believe, what is his name? He's the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Um, Maybe he doesn't reside in Detroit per se, but it is counting zero. But then again, if your prize possession is in Cleveland, Ohio, it wouldn't really make no sense for you to live in Detroit. If I had to take a lucky guess, so that's just me. If I had to take a guess, but if you want to say two, 15 is better than two. So I knew Houston had some billionaires. I didn't think it was 15, but it was just saying. Oh, come on, y'all two be nice. Yep, shout out to the Rockets. Pistons got a better chance at beating. Aaron, what are you on today, man? Dan Gilbert, yeah, that's his name. Dan Gilbert um, owns some. Well, yeah, Dan Gilbert is a staple in this city. I knew that before I came here, but I don't think he resides in Detroit. It may be Cleveland or maybe some other location, or hell, it may be one of the sister cities outside of Detroit, but I don't think he stays in Detroit itself. I could be wrong, but still, that's one compared to 15. I've been all around New York. Stop the cap. Y'all be nice. Well, you guys have millions of people while we only have thousands. So Me knowing two means your number could. I'm talking about the whole number, sweetheart. Just the whole number. Oops. And yet I still won't. Y'all need to stop it. Rothens, what's going on? He lives in the suburbs of Detroit. Okay, we'll give you Dan Gilbert because that's the one I'm fully aware of. And as much as I love Eminem, he's not a billionaire. I feel like you taking shots because you know our team beat up some fans. Like, amen, amen. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all be nice in the chat. It's just an observation. But I'm gonna do this for the downtown workers because we saw a lot of people downtown today. And I'll put it like this: when it comes to working in downtown, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I do security. And when I was in the downtown contract, where we patrol the entire downtown, the parking, transportation in of itself, I'm glad I was in my car and they have to deal with theirs. So, how much does it cost to um, when it comes to finding a place to park in or parking garages, how much it costs in Houston? This shocked me. $40 compared to Detroit 60. You want to talk about single tickets like getting on on a rail or a train? $1.25 compared to $2. And we want to talk about average commute time. It's Houston beats Dallas by excuse me, Houston beats Detroit by 2.6 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the things that really matter at the end of the day when it comes to comparison. Houston has a and one more thing before I get into that. Anton, I know Anton was talking about the highways in Houston, how it has its own Wikipedia page, which it does, so I'll give them that. Um, when I was driving into the city, I don't know what's going on with these Detroit highways. That has been the most bumpiest ride I have ever gotten on. And I have drove through Louisiana, ladies and gentlemen. That state, maybe Mississippi rivals it as probably worst roads to drive on. That ain't nothing compared to Detroit. I will go call out that road that I took to get here, but that's gonna give away where I'm staying at. No, I don't know where Detroit these politicians are investing their money in. Put it in the goddamn roads. I am trying to because I'm recording, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the day. So I'm trying to get a nice smooth shot. It's easy for me to do that and see I can do that in anywhere in Texas. I can do that in Louisiana, of all places, all through the South, New York, DC, Charlotte. All this shit that people been talking about, I'm over here just the cameras is going up and down, the steady is off, and I'm like, Jesus effing Christ. So, with that being said, I don't want to hear no one talk about Houston roads, highways ever again. So, so I will say this: which city is better for what matters to the people? More people. The, with the more people we have, we still have a lot of space to bring people to the city of Houston. So it's very spacious. When it comes to transportation, transportation, commutes, and conveniency, Houston has the advantage over Detroit. But I guess more importantly, when it comes to bag chasing, I'm shocked to find out Houston blows Detroit out of the water. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we all know Anton is a millionaire. We know this. That's one person out of 700,000. I got 2.28 million people who makes who makes more money. I didn't say more money than Anton. Pay attention. I did not say that. I'm not going to say that. We got more people who can make more money than any person that you see behind me, especially maybe not Canada over there. Like I said, 5,500 a month compared to $3,500 a month. There's what are we talking about here? And like I said, I didn't look up the stats of millionaires compared to each city, but the fact that Houston has 15 billionaires compared to almost, although it says zero, I'm gonna say one because I had a feeling Dick, just in case of Dan Gilbert, and somebody said Dan Gilbert stays in the suburbs of Detroit. One compared to 15. What are we doing here? It is so. Cellulite, you are my guy. Jada, you know I think the world of you. Next time I come back to Detroit, I promise you and I are gonna kick it. You have my word. But this is no. What are we doing here? Ladies and gentlemen, Houston, Texas is outclassed Detroit, Michigan, hands down. Matter of fact, I'm so confident in what I'm saying. Hold on. I'm gonna do this for y'all. We're not gonna be here this long because I need to go get something to eat, and I have a really and I have a confession to make in a few minutes. I will post a link in the chat. If you feel I'm wrong in any type of way, shape, or form, like I said, I'm a little bit hungry and I ain't got time for this. You guys got 2 to 3 minutes to click that link. 2 to 3 minutes. Hurry up. So who who we got before we get to the last subject? Like I said, this is a done deal. Uh, who got better food? April. What are we talking about? April, you know I love you. Who got better food? Anybody from the South got better food, especially Houston. There's something. See, there's something we have in Texas called briskets, ladies and gentlemen. When I a quick story. I think I told y'all this. When I went to Virginia I went to DC for the media, but I stayed in Virginia. I went to this one bar shop, this one restaurant. They said they sold briskets. I said, all right, cool. Let me give their briskets a try. Garbage. It was, I'm reminded here, although the place I went to today, their wings were good, but it's not Texas wing, but it was still good food. There's something that Midwest is missing when it comes to cooking. There's something that the East Coast is missing when it comes to cooking. It's just that down south, it's where it's at. We have it. We just have it. It is what it is. Houston has Texas has better food. It's just that's just what it is. 236, 856 millionaires in Detroit or in Houston. Oh, that's Michigan, Michigan. Okay, Michigan, Michigan. Out of that number, 108,000 millionaires are from Detroit. Okay, that's cool. Do y'all got any billionaires though? Just one, maybe, allegedly. What up, E Black? Detroit got better cars though. Shut the fuck up, Aaron. Detroit got gas station. What did Brittany B say? That's a fact, Aaron. The Midwest alone has better cars. Shut up. I'm just being greedy. That's all. No, it's all good. I'm just saying people down south, they just know how to cook better than most people elsewhere. Like hell, I cook basic food. Obviously, I can cook breakfast. That's a little bit too easy at this point. And now I make my rice, I make my steamed vegetables and all this other stuff. So it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. But ladies and gentlemen, when it's plain as day. um to what matters to the people, not what individuals want to highlight. And like I said, this is no shot at Anton. Like I said, there will be no Anton slander on the BTSI show. I want to make that perfectly clear. Like I said, moderators, any Anton slander, get rid of them, please, for 5 minutes at least. But people want to go to a city where it's safe to live, safe to walk down the street, and to let their guard down. People want to go places where it's convenient to them, where everything's within arm's reach. But more importantly, people want to go there to make the most money that they can make, doing it the right way, so that way they can provide for their family. And out of Houston and Detroit, I'm sorry, Houston for the win. Houston for the win. Uh, hey, Raw. Raw, what happened is somebody was talking down on Houston a little bit too much, and I had to highlight what matters to the people to most. Conveniency, um, money, and there was another thing I just highlighted and just slipped my mind just like that. So so yeah, and but yeah, that's it. I'm just here. I'm in Detroit, Michigan, downtown Detroit to be exact, because like I said, Canada is like literally right there. But I'm in, I'm here. Yes, I came to Detroit to tell the Detroit natives that Houston is better. Now, with that being stated, ladies and gentlemen, with Houston being better, I would say this. This I understand why people like Anton loves Detroit. This is very inspiring. Like I can walk now, me with my imagination, storytelling, like I said, being a content creator, it's it's nothing for me to just come up with something right there on the spot. Detroit has some great places where it can send your imaginations to other parts that you didn't think could exist, like open up opportunities. So it was very refreshing. Like I said, a little bit nippy outside, but it is very refreshing to go to new places, experience new things that you haven't seen before. Like I said, this is my first time on the Midwest. So to come out here to see what I've been seeing and interact with some of the locals, like I said, it's a good city. Don't get it twisted. No, no, no. Let me be respectful. It's a great historic city. Detroit played its part in building this country. Yes, I said it. But with all of that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great city. Like I said, I'm gonna get my passport because I'm going across the bridge. We will be doing the BTSI show from Canada. Mark my words, we will do that. Although Detroit is a great city, it ain't Houston though. I try to tell y'all, it's not Houston. Let me get to this because I have a confession that I need to make. Let me see. Houston is obviously up. Shout out to Jalen. Speaking of Houston, a he's obviously the a better choice. You know who? I'm sorry, who you know that is saying they're moving to Detroit by choice? Be nice, Jay. Jada, be nice. Jada, you know I love you. I promise. I got you. Detroit got the most $1 homes. Aaron, what is wrong with you today, man? Who don't like good bargains? Be quiet. Oh man. Most places on earth are better than Detroit. Saying Houston is better ain't saying much. Cowboy, relax. But I feel you. Dollar Tree homes? Hell nah. See, let me not say that. Really? Like y'all ain't got a lot. I seen a lot of numbers since 2019. Stop it, JR. All right, y'all. That was Houston versus Detroit. Like I said, it wasn't even close. I got to be perfectly honest with you. Now, one more thing before we go, because I want to go downstairs and eat versus order delivery, but I will if I have to. Um, this is I have a confession that I need to make, and I wanna be serious about this. In my in my walk in life, my biggest gift to people is to help them, assist them with anything. I don't care how big or small it is. I'm just want to be there to help out. Also, when it comes to relationships, marriages, and that type of stuff. When this happened, I know this happened a few years ago when I got to Clubhouse. Talking to people, when introduced them my belief system and how to help them, they say, well, not everybody believes in God, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit being Christian. Not everybody believes that. So it's going to be hard for them to accept that message. So, foolishly, unwisely. What I did was this: I give them the same message that is, how can I say this? That is common to what the message they're spewing. Whatever their message is, I can find that. I can find that. I can find that in the Bible. I can point you to religious leaders who could tell you the same thing to relay the message right to you. And guess what? The message started growing and getting out further. Now, I was doing that for when I get on Clubhouse 2001. So I've been doing that for almost 2.5, 3 years now. Now, I had, thanks to a friend who's going to remain anonymous, I had an epiphany. What I did was this: while I'm giving the message that obviously they're coming from the same source, I just what I did was on God's house, I took his name off and put Christopher J instead. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a cardinal sin. Brittany, knock it off. That in of itself is a cardinal sin. I have then became God instead of pointing people to the God. So I owe people on Clubhouse an apology. I owe people on YouTube an apology. That was never my intent. I take full responsibility for misguiding people to the wrong path, and I am truly sorry. So, how are we going to, excuse me, how am I going to fix this? Starters, my marriage series that I been putting out there, I will have to effective immediately discontinue it because it is fruit from a poison tree. Had that just been God's, see, had I just took myself out of it and just put left God there, regardless of the results were there or not, it's not up to me to bring people to God. It's not up to me to help people in whatever situation that they're in, without God or with God or whatever the case may be. Is my job is to inform people what I believe in, plant the seed, and leave it at that. Every now and then come back and water the garden and let God be the sun. What I did was try to, without knowing, take credit for everything because now everybody's looking at me as their God instead of, like I said, the God. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not God. What was it last week Wednesday? Yeah, last week Wednesday. What did we do? Do I still have that thumb up? Yeah, I still have it up. Last week Wednesday, I am not Superman. That's a fact. I'm not Superman. Christopher J is not Superman. Christopher Joseph Uguar, my legal name, that's as closest to Superman as it's going to get. And even he is not uh, Superman, for obvious reasons compared to God, of course. So what I'm going to do is this: I'm not hiding. I never really hide who I believed in and what I believed in. I just changed the messaging so the people can get the message without knowing that I'm replacing God at the same time. That, ladies and gentlemen, will never happen again. Aaron, I'm going to get on the flight going that way. You and I are going to have a talk. Illuminati, what's wrong with you? I wish I was Batman. Shoot, I already got the tattoo to prove it. But what I'm gonna do is this, ladies and gentlemen, is it's real simple. I'm only gonna talk to people who wants help, number one. And number two, I'm not shying away of who I am and what I believe in. Matter of fact, I'm not hiding anything anymore. There's some things about me that is more obvious that some people are starting to figure out. And my response to that is simply as, hey, it is what it is. And I'm okay. I'm doing fine. I got plans to I I got plans for things to do this year. The dynamics of my personal life has changed, but that's okay. I'm not ashamed of it anymore. I'm not hiding anything about me anymore. Now, granted, you come ask me some stupid ass questions, and I can tell your spirit is off. You're going to have to kick rocks. Other than that, what you see is what you get. This is Christopher J from the BTSI show, man. And like I said, I apologize if I misled anybody off the wrong path. My job for 2024 is to get you guys back on the right path, doing it the right way, how it's supposed to be done. So that is my confessions, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get to this chat because I swear some of y'all is trying to get cussed out. Our lives are always a example. Just be the light. That is a fact. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Aaron today, but that's okay. That is okay. He got plans to put his hands in plays we never seen. You know what I mean. Uh, okay, I don't see. You got to be careful with Jada because mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Y'all not about to build it. And yes, chat lives matter. The be quiet, woman. One more thing, actually, one last thing before we go. Like I said, I'm cutting it real close. Like I said, I don't want to order delivery, but I will. I made this announcement on Wednesday, and I'm actually glad Aaron said something because I might have to reach out to him. There is no replacing Fight Club. That's just the fact of the matter. There is no replacing it. I still think there's a spot that these content commenters need to go to. These content contributors need to go to. And yeah, the people in the chat, they need something themselves as well. I don't have a date on this yet. I need to talk to people. I need to do research, like I said on Wednesday. But look, there is something called the compound that I'm working on. Just give me time and give me patience. Because like I said, there's a lot of things that's going on in my personal life. I once I get all of that taken care of and I'm back on track, I'm gonna make the right calls and we're gonna get that up and started. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I am here. Nadish, salute to you, man. I am here. I'm in Detroit. I'm going to be here till Monday. I still got some things I need to get done because I'm actually down here for work and leisure, if anything, and I've been working all day. But right now, I'm about to go get something to eat because, like I said, I've been saving my appetite all damn day because I've been busy. But thank you guys for pulling up. I know some of you are like, man, your shit was only an hour long. It's all good. Don't worry. I'll be here all weekend. But let me get out of here because, like I said, I'm hungry, ladies and gentlemen. On your way out, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on the socials. Links are located in the description. Dial aside the BTSI shows the Cash App, participant waive all rights and privacy. Run the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 during the Cash App giveaway. First and second runner-up will receive some Cash App prizes as well. Leave me alone, woman. Anywho, we're getting out here. Thank you guys for pulling up. Like I said, I'll be in Detroit all weekend. So this is the BTSI show. I am your host, Christian J. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.
belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. Like an extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. Oh. Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. Oh. Yeah. Basically, I'm an alien to y'all. I guess I'm speaking in different languages than y'all. I guess all you know is my alias is all. I stepped into the Hall of Fame and put my frame on the wall. I'm like a Michelangelo painting that hangs in a vault. They gated me off by Hendrix while he plays the guitar. Never had friends, but me and Franklin was dogs. Somewhere between insane and famous, guess my brain's a little off. I'm in the basement having dangerous type of thought. I pace for hours, hit the fucking vaporizer and cough. Kill everything I see and leave behind a mountain of chalk. I took the hand that I was dealt and made a house out of cards. You can't compare me to anyone. Swag on Area 51, blowing purple crop circles, pack as loud as an intercom.
Anti-gravity moon suit.
Went from being who are you to chilling with the who's who. Paranoid of more than story tales and science fiction. Sleeping with a fat burner like I'm trying to watch my figure. Wanna cut me out the picture, get some bigger scissors. I stopped on this, but I never been a quitter. Yeah, so join the B.O.B. hate fest. I would say